Hi, welcome back to Sad Girl Energy with Bria Hebert. I'm your host, Bria Hebert, and we have video now. This is so exciting. I'm so happy. This is not exactly how I wanted it to go. This is my second time recording this because the first version didn't save. So if this one doesn't save, I am gonna give up forever. But if you're seeing it, that means it worked, so that's cool. We had some roadblocks. I ordered a backdrop. It didn't arrive. I ordered a proper podcasting mic. It also didn't arrive, but the show must go on. So we're here. We're back after a brief couple week break. In my dreams, you're also watching this in your room, and it's kind of like we're hanging out, but if you're watching it at all, I'm thankful. So this is Sad Girl Energy, the podcast where we are busy doing sad girl shit. That's what it comes down to. We talk about how to decrease our sadness. We talk about how to indulge our sadness. We talk about our goals of being mentally, physically, and spiritually hot, which is really all that matters in life. And I don't know, sometimes I talk about random stuff. You'll see. Stick around. Find out. I hate the mood I'm in right now, but we will get past it. Okay, also part of the reason I did take a brief break is because right now my passion in life is fighting men on TikTok because I'm unemployed. And I did post a video a couple weeks ago that did anger some incels, and I was kind of worried about them finding my podcast. Not that I think that they would take the time to listen, but they did find my Instagram and then start screenshotting my Instagram posts. They also tried to dox me over the stupidest thing ever. All I said is that men are useless, and that's not really anything new or revolutionary, so I don't get why they were so mad. But also I don't know how you can dox me. I don't have a job. They're like, we're gonna send this to your boss. I was like, good luck finding a boss. I don't have one. I had to make my TikTok private, and then I had to make my Instagram private because they were going between them and commenting weird stuff. And honestly, I can deal with being roasted. If you want to call me ugly, if you want to say you hate my eyebrows, so many of them hate my eyebrows. That was really a common thread in their comments. That's fine. I don't really care. That's your opinion. But when you start threatening to hurt me, that's where I draw the line. Some of the things they were writing were actually shocking. I was like, how can you confidently type that and post that on the internet without feeling a shred of remorse? It's wild to me. But I know that their computers are their most prized possessions because most of them live in basement apartments and never see the sunlight, so they don't know what the joy of life can be. But that's cool. So I wanted to take a little break to let them cool off. Unfortunately, I think that in a lot of these cases, they just move on to the next victim quite quickly. So, I had to just give them some time to cool off, because clearly I really triggered them. And that's my thing with these dudes. These are guys on the internet who are constantly being triggered is stupid, yet you say one thing about men being useless and 7,000 of them get very triggered. I was thinking, though, for my background, an alternative background I have to the one that I ordered was this Bob Marley tapestry that I found, which is super embarrassing. I went through a intense Bob Marley stage, which is hilarious in my mind because I think I'm the exact opposite of everything he embodies. Don't worry, be happy is not something that's in my vocabulary. I'm not capable of exuding that type of energy. So that's very funny to me. But yeah, I had multiple Bob Marley books. I had obviously CDs. And I remember I convinced my mom to buy me, I begged her to buy me this yellow Bob Marley tank top from Billabong. I was like, I need to have it. I think on the tank top was just like Bob Marley. It was like just like smoking a joint. And I was like, I need this to express my identity. And I don't know why she got it for me, but I guess I somehow convinced her. But I had this tapestry, this Bob Marley tapestry that my friend brought me back from Fiji in high school. I don't know what the connection between Bob Marley and Fiji is. I don't know if there is one, but I had this massive tapestry that I wanted to use as my backdrop, but then I was also kind of worried that people would like, I don't know, get pissed off. Like, even though it doesn't seem like it, I am trying to piss off like the least amount of people as possible, right? And like, I will say that I feel like men traditionally do not enjoy my presence on the internet. So what I have decided to do is to add video to my podcast so that I can post it on another platform and subject myself to even more criticism. And most of them, I'm sure this time, will be appearance-based or on my personality. So really the options are open, and I cannot wait for that. Because honestly, if people are saying mean things, at least they're watching. That's how demented my brain is. That's how messed up my brain is. It's a curse. I had a Bob Marley phase. Another phase that I went through, which was really intense, was my skateboarding phase. I do actually want to learn how to properly skateboard, okay? Because here's the thing. I did buy a skateboard in high school, and then I went skateboarding once, and I never picked up my skateboard again. It just kind of like sat in the corner of my room until my parents moved and like threw it away for me. But I don't know if I actually want to learn how to skateboard or if I just want an excuse to meet guys who skateboard, because they are my kryptonite. And I know that that's unhealthy. I know it's a bad idea to start picking something up to attract a guy. And I know that's toxic. And I know that's not what feminism wants me to do, but it's what my brain wants. So I don't know. I don't know how to balance that. I was so paranoid that I had to pause the recording for a second to make sure that it actually did record. So now I feel like a little bit more calm. And maybe if my neighbor's dog is quiet for like an hour, we can actually get through an episode without me having a breakdown. How amazing would that be? Okay, some things for the week, some updates, I suppose, because it's been a while. I am trying not to wear the color black. And that is a struggle for me because I used to exclusively wear the color black, but I want to add more color into my wardrobe. Accessories, I'm allowed to wear black accessories. I'm absolutely positive that my sudden need to wear multiple colors and prints at the same time is just my brain trying to mimic serotonin through my wardrobe. And I'm falling for it. I like it. I was walking down the street yesterday and I was in the financial district. I don't know why. I got lost because why would I be there? And I was walking and this man made a comment about my outfit. He was like, wow, okay. And I was wearing a pair of checkered pants, high-waisted, beautiful checkered pants, a vintage band tee, and a cardigan with a pair of 90s Kurt Cobain inspired pink plastic sunglasses. I looked amazing. That outfit was fire. It combined pattern, texture, color. I would have never worn that 2 years ago, and I loved how I looked in it, and I think it was a great outfit. And I turned and this guy is in a two-piece navy blue suit with brown leather shoes that he probably got at Nordstrom, which honestly, I do love Nordstrom. Spending your money in a department store just hits different. It just feels so much fancier and bougier. So I do love Nordstrom. No hate to Nordstrom, but hate to this man. Did not enjoy him. Didn't like his presence. The most basic navy blue suit. Who made you the king of fashion? Okay? Who? You, the audacity to think that you know how to dress better than me, okay? You probably only own bottoms from Nike. You probably own suits and Nike sweatpants. That's all. That's the range in your closet. I could go into any building in downtown Toronto and find 20 guys who dress exactly like you, Kevin. So please keep your comments to yourself. And it's like not even like I was in a sexy outfit, right? I was just wearing like a completely covered outfit. So as women, we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't. Like if we dress super sexy, we're sluts, right? But then also when we dress conservative, we get comments too. So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to walk around naked? Would that make you happier? I feel like it wouldn't. So I feel like you're the problem, not me. Anyways, my goal for the rest of quarantine is to continue pissing off men with my clothing. International Women's Day. Oh my gosh, we have to talk about that. I love International Women's Day, and it has nothing to do with women. I love it because you get to see the type of posts that men think are appropriate to make on International Women's Day. And I have categorized the posts as two types, okay? So the first type is a guy and his mom, and it will have a caption with something like, "Cheers to the greatest woman I know. You taught me what a real woman is." And like, you know for a fact that this guy gaslit the shit out of all of his exes, and he was also part of a frat, and he likes to describe himself as fiscally conservative, and he still thinks Tosh.0 is funny. And then the second type is what I would describe as the hipster artist type, and it's a guy and then a picture of a girl that he's probably dating but won't actually ever confirm that he's dating, right? And the picture will have no tag to her social media because he's jealous and he doesn't want other guys to go to her profile. And then there'll be like 3 heart emojis at the bottom. And like, she's obviously way too hot for him, and you know he has an avoidant attachment style because every single girl he's dated has suggested therapy, but he still thinks that they're the problem. He also exclusively drinks PBR. This type of man is both my nightmare and my dream. If you want to know my type, that's kind of it. That's what I seek. And you know what? That's why this week I went ahead and I bought crystals. I held out for so long. I really tried, okay? I really tried to make it through the entire pandemic without buying crystals, but alas, I fell victim to the crystals like all of the other white women before me. I'm gonna show you my crystals. Oh, this probably isn't great, like sound-wise, but whatever. Okay, this is a clear quartz. I have no idea if you can see this. I also got a pink quartz, an amethyst. I think this is citrine, malachite, and I lost the receipt, so I don't know what the rest of them are called, which is probably a problem because then I won't really know what their purpose is, but in the moment I thought I needed them, so that probably means I need them. And you know what, if I don't end up using them, I can always just like put them in a bowl and make them like a nice decoration in my room. I think the problem with me and crystals is that I'm too lazy to put the amount of energy in that you need to put in order to get positive effects with crystals. Like, I think you have to like charge them, you have to like make moon water or something, and there's like formations that you're supposed to put them in order to maximize the energy output. And I obviously know nothing about that. So the chances of me actually effectively using my crystals are quite low. But I think just having them, sometimes I put them in my purse before I leave the house. And, you know, if I don't use them for protection, I can use them as a self-defense weapon, right? If a creepy guy comes up to me, I can just throw a crystal in his eye. Or for some of the ones that have a little sharper edge, I can stab him in the eye with it. So they really serve a dual purpose. And that's why I feel like they were a great investment, because they don't just bring good energy. They protect you and your energy, but they can also protect you physically by becoming weapons. And you know, as women, we can't just buy anything for the only, like for its originally intended purpose. We also have to be able to use it as a weapon to defend ourselves. And that is just one of the joys of being a woman. So happy late International Women's Day. I hope that was inspiring. Sad girl shit of the week. Okay. I learned about this on TikTok. There's this thing called the hot girl walk, right? It's where you like walk for like 4 miles, which I don't know what that means in Canadian distance. So I'm just gonna assume it's like an hour of walking. And you're supposed to like think about how hot you are and how close you are to your goals and all your like achievements and success. I'm not there yet. I am not quite in the headspace to do a hot girl walk. So instead, I've been doing sad girl walks where I go and I walk for an hour and I just like let myself feel sad and then I move on with my day. And honestly, it's super effective because I feel like when I stay in my house all day, I just get overwhelmed and anxious and like worried and I forget how big the world is. And I feel like when I go outside and I have this walk and I let myself feel sad, it is just kind of an emotional release and it allows me to continue on and move on with my day because like I see the world around me and it grounds me, you know? I also do though, I listen to Phoebe Bridgers the entire time and that cannot be good for my mental health. Like there's no way. But my hope is that after a couple weeks of sad girl walking, I'll be able to graduate onto the hot girl walk. And maybe even if it's sunny, I'll be able to like, you know, put my sunscreen on, but like get a little bit of sun, get a little bit of a glow, you know, just glow a bit. I also allow myself to cry, obviously, on my sad girl walk. Like that's the joy of masks. And also one nice part about the warmer weather, the sunnier weather, I can wear a mask and sunglasses so no one has any idea if I'm crying. I could cry in line at Shoppers Drug Mart and no one would know, which honestly I think that's iconic. I think that is so special, and that's the part about masks that most people don't realize. You don't have to look good anymore and you can cry whenever and wherever you want, and I don't think enough people give credit for that. But yeah, I started doing these sad girl walks because I'm tired. I just like want to be. I'm tired of trying to be all the time. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, I'm tired of like trying to be smart and funny and outgoing and well-spoken. I wonder what I would be if I just was. Like, what would it be like if I was just like vibing and existing? I would probably still be annoying, yeah. Definitely. I don't think that's something I can remove from my personality. I just want to exist. Which sounds, oh God, so cliche. And I am cringing at myself. If you're watching this, you can see me cringe at myself as I say that. But I just wonder what I would be like as a person if I stripped away everything else and just was. And like, how would I deal with challenges or problems or like things coming in and out of my life? Like, would I be able to deal with the fluidity of life better? Would I not need to schedule everything in my life and create to-do lists and checklists and long-term and short-term goals? Like, maybe I would just be able to like be free. Probably not though. Probably not. I don't think that like I was built to exist that way. No. Like, I have no idea what my personality would be without anxiety. I think half of my personality is anxiety. That's such a nice thing to realize about myself in the middle of recording a podcast. That's honestly so good. I love it. I'm really happy that I discovered that about myself. Okay, new segment. I'm so excited for this one. What TikTok taught me this week? I talk about TikTok all the time, so I figured if I'm gonna do it, I should at least do it in an educational way. So this week we're gonna talk about 3 things that I learned from TikTok. Number 1, fermented rice water for your hair. Okay, I'm convinced my hair is falling out. It's worse than just like normal shedding, and I think my hair is thinning and I'm losing it, and I think it's because of stress, but it's stressing me out that I'm losing hair, so I can't stop the cycle of stress. It's vicious. It's a vicious cycle. But I did learn that if you ferment rice in order to make rice water, you can promote healthy hair growth and improve the condition of your hair. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna start doing this. It's supposed to be acidic, I guess, like the water is acidic, and if you rinse your hair with it, it restores the pH balance in your hair. And I don't know what that means. I don't know why your hair needs a pH. I didn't know that your hair had a pH. I just thought it was like dead stuff. Like I knew that everything had a pH, but I thought that that was like only living, breathing things. And I thought hair was like dead because it grew from your head. But I guess if it grows, it would be alive. I don't know. No one ever really explained hair to me. So it would be nice if science like covered basic things like that. Like in high school, like why did I dissect a frog? Why didn't you explain to me what hair is? Probably would have been more useful. Actually, I think this is the only instance in which I've needed to know that, but still, I could just Google it, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna try to use it. Apparently it makes your hair stronger, grow faster, helps with hair loss. Like I don't want you to think I'm like losing my hair, like I'm gonna go bald. It's just like sometimes like chunks come out. I'm not worried about it. I haven't called my doctor 5 times about it. It's totally fine. We'll see how it works. I will keep you updated, obviously. Apparently it takes like 24 hours to make this water, and then you like wash your hair with it or rinse your hair with it. So once I try it for the first time, I'll let you know. I mean, I think it's gonna take a while to like notice a difference. I do think that's one thing with like hair growth is it doesn't happen overnight. So that's frustrating for me because I'm impatient. Okay, second thing I learned, Starbucks has a new drink. It is the brown sugar oatmeal shaken espresso. I learned about it from TikTok. I tried it. I didn't like it. It didn't taste enough like coffee. Like it tasted like an oatmeal cookie, which is fine. It's just not coffee. And that's what I realized about Starbucks that I don't like is I like coffee that tastes like coffee. And all of these fancy, fun Starbucks drinks are drinks that basically mask the taste of the coffee. And that's why I never like them. And that was a big breakthrough for me because now I feel like I don't have to spend $6 on a drink that I know I'm not gonna like. This is growth. This is improvement. Okay, third thing I learned. Everyone on TikTok has a shopping addiction like me. We should start a support group. Seriously. I did buy a feather blazer the other day. Yeah, the sleeves have feathers. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it next week. I'm gonna wear it for the next episode. If people watch this, I promise to do the next episode of my feather blazer. It's honestly iconic. I sent a picture of it to all of my friends who have told me that I have a shopping addiction and I need to stop shopping so much. I sent them all a picture of it and they're like, okay, yeah, you did need to buy that. So I feel less bad about it. Self-care tip of the week. Shower twice a day. Only for 5 minutes each, so that you're not totally destroying the environment. Maybe brush your teeth with the lights off to save extra energy and make out for it. But honestly, showering twice a day has changed my life. I thought I was showering too much at one point because I was showering like 3 times a day and like that was excessive, I agree. They were all really short showers, I promise, like super, super short. And also like, I know that we all need to do our part to save the environment, totally agree, but like I'm not the one like dumping waste into rivers, you know? So I think that corporations need to take like a little bit, just a touch, just like a slight bit of responsibility, you know, so that each of us doesn't have crippling anxiety about the end of the world and the destruction of the environment, because we feel like we're personally responsible to save it, even though we are powerless over the biggest industries that pollute. So not to get existential or anything, but yeah, there was a point when I was showering like 3 times a day and that was like far too much, but twice a day, sweet spot. Once in the morning, wakes you up, then before bed to calm you down and relax you. Changed my life. Also, I do sweat a lot. That's another reason I have to do it. I sweat a ton. It's sexy. I'm trying to make sweating sexy. Normalize sweating a lot. Normalize only being able to wear a shirt once before you have to wash it. Please. Please normalize that. For me. Okay, time for Dear Diary. I have my physical little diary. Dear Diary, the segment where I read you a real excerpt from my real diary. Some call it deeply personal, some call it oversharing, some call it haunting, but I know that you enjoy it. Dear Diary, I think my dream summer would be one where I don't have to shop for bathing suits or jean shorts, and instead they magically appear in my closet. After 8 months of not feeling like myself, I'm finally starting to see parts of myself come back, and it's honestly so exciting and beautiful. I can't wait to go back to being a giant bitch who is secretly afraid of confrontation. Love to you and me, Bria. You know what? There's going to be cuts in this episode because I've had so many technical difficulties. This is the only time where I want not even like a boyfriend, just like a straight man who's my friend, who I can like ask questions about technology to. And obviously like women know stuff about technology too, but like I'm not ever gonna waste a woman's time to like try to explain something like the cloud to me. Like she has far much more important things to do. But I feel like it would be helpful to have a man in my life so I could ask him about stuff like this, because I'm totally fine wasting men's time. It's not a big deal at all. Okay, thank you so much for listening. I need to stop playing with my hair. Every time I put myself out creatively, I find something that I do, like playing with my hair, as a nervous tick. So that's fun to discover more about myself. We're just like learning about ourselves. And honestly, I would actually like to stop learning about myself at a certain point so that I could just like live. But you know, that day will come. That day will come for sure. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked the video. Please let me know what you think. I genuinely always want your feedback, need your validation, need your friendship. It's cool. It's like not desperate. Oh my gosh, I also totally forgot to show you. I got a crystal bracelet as well so I can make crystals fashion. I also keep forgetting that there are people that are going to be listening on like Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever, and they're not going to be able to see me. So I'm sorry that you missed out on my visual elements. Maybe pop on over to YouTube to watch the video if you feel like it. If you feel like doing something cheeky, if you feel like doing something different. Thank you so much for listening as always. I genuinely really appreciate it. I love doing this and I hope you love listening to it. If you have ideas for things that you want me to talk about and discuss, like please let me know. I'm happy to do research and learn more and educate myself on stuff so I can talk about it, or just like talk about my random dumb opinions. Thank you for rating it. Thank you for reviewing the podcast. Hint, hint, if you haven't left a review, that would be super appreciated. I would love that, as long as it's nice. If you have something mean to say, just like keep it in your mind, and like set it on fire in your brain and like let it evaporate and like disappear. But if you have something nice to say, definitely tell me. Yeah, share it with friends that you think like would like it. Someone asked me today how much money I've made off this podcast, and it is an astounding $0. So I don't do this for the money. I don't do this for the fame, because I have neither. I do it because of my delusion. I don't know. So yeah, thank you so much for watching / listening. And we'll be back with a new episode next week. I say we all the time, and by we, I mean me. It's just me. And I also will finally post a prompt for questions for Ask Like or Anything. I keep saying I will. Okay, this is actually important. If you're new to the podcast and you're just watching for the first time, I would highly recommend going to wherever you listen to your podcasts and listening to the first couple episodes to get more of a sense of what we do here and to catch up and to learn and to laugh and to live and to love, all those things. Yeah, thank you so much. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and we'll talk soon. Okay, bye.